everybody, this is just going to be a little chit chat video. I'm doing two. I'm actually going to upload two. I'm going to have two little talks. They're about different stuff, so you might not want to, if you're here for one, you might not be here for the other. First one, I'm going to talk about my day yesterday. I'm just taking it easy today. I kind of overdid it yesterday. And we're under a severe air quality alert where I live today, so I'm just having a take it easy, stay at home kind of day today. I haven't even been out to check the mailbox, and I've got something waiting for me out there, but I'm kind of scared to go out there because I don't want to use my inhaler, and I don't want to. I've took a Benadryl today, and it's helped. I don't like to use my inhaler because it's a steroid-based inhaler, and I hate, it makes me just feel more anxious and awful, and it makes me like want to eat everything that's not nailed down. So I try not to use it unless I absolutely have to, which is thankfully, like once or twice a month now, but only when we have the extreme air quality alerts and I have to be outside. But if I can avoid being out and I take a Benadryl, I'm good. So that's what I did, is I just took a Benadryl and stayed in today. But as to yesterday, oh man, yesterday was beautiful here in the Houston area. We had our first, tease of a fall. Started off when we left in the morning, yesterday morning. It was so pleasant. It was only in the, it was only in like the 60s, like 68 degrees when we left the house first. And my husband took the day off work because we had some stuff we had to do, and it was right in the middle of the day. So it's like if he worked a morning, he wouldn't have had time to come home and get me to do this. If we did this in the morning, he wouldn't have time to go into work in the afternoon. So he just had to take a full day. So anyway, we had to go run some errands, had to go do some grocery shopping and stuff. We did that yesterday morning. I went to CVS. Let me see if I can pick this up without messing up my camera. Okay. I got myself two more of my nail polishes. I had another really good deal going at CVS. When I bought the first two, well, let me see if I can get those without making a mess. Okay, when I bought these two, last week, I got a really good deal on them. I got the same deal on these yesterday. So when I bought these two, I earned $5 in extra bucks, plus I earned an additional $3 in extra bucks because of the beauty club. I'd reached my beauty club limit. So when I bought these, I had $8 in extra bucks, plus an additional like $3 off of a cosmetics purchase. So it ended up being the same thing, like less than, this actually ended up being a little bit less. So it was more or less like I bought one and got one free. And then I earned another $5 in extra bucks because they had yet a repeat of the Sally Hansen extra buck promotion. So it reset itself for this week. So I ended up I have $5 in extra bucks now. So I may go back and get yet another one of these for half price. I don't know yet though. But yeah, the colors. This one, it's showing up more like they say it's a teal. It's called Swim Upstream. To me, it's kind of like a denim-y blue. It's a really pretty blue. It's not dark enough to be navy, and it's not bright enough to be royal, but it's a really, really good color for fall, and I didn't have a color like this. And the other one I got is like a cross between olive green and forest green, and it's called Leaf Me Be. And I really like this. I love green nail polishes, but they're so hard to find, especially this formula that I really like. I really, really like it. So I like that. And so I got that. And then we headed out of town because we were meeting the realtor at the house we're buying to do a walkthrough of the house and a walk around of the property. The contractor was able to make it out to the house and do his walkthrough and give his estimate. So this is what the deal was. We had our budget to renovate this house, we knew approximately how much it was going to be for the needs, and then we had what we thought we were going to have for the wants, but we knew that wasn't going to stay, and there was going to be some give and take. So the contractor did his inspection of the property and said, okay, we were pretty close, but this is going to take a little bit more work. This is going to take a little bit more work. This is going to take a little bit more work. And this is going to take a little bit more work. So we're going to have to take some money out of your want budget and put it into your need budget, which we were anticipating. So such as that. Probably the only thing that we're not going to get done that I really wanted done was putting up a fence, or if we do put up a fence, it won't be the fence I wanted, at least not for now. So we'll just have to see in the end what our final budget is. Basically what we're having to hold off on is landscaping type stuff, which is fine by me. Because a lot of that stuff, there are a lot of local people that are looking for a weekend's work that do landscaping and such. So we'll be able to hire people to do some stuff like that. And, if we get the materials, and a lot of it we can do, but, personally, but what we can't do personally, there's plenty of local people that just do, little weekend jobs to pick up some extra money. So we, took care of all that and took a lot of measurements inside the house. I don't have any before pictures to show you guys today. I did take a lot of before pictures, but part of the reason is I want to go through them and organize them. They're on a memory card and an old camera right now. Another part of the reason is I showed the pictures to somebody and they were kind of, concerned that the house is in horrible condition. Are you sure you want to buy this house? Are you sure you're making the right decision? This house is really, really, run down. And I'm trying to explain to them what you're seeing that looks run down is more or less cosmetic. The siding is trashed. I'm not going to lie. The siding is absolutely trashed. So they're going to completely remove all the siding from the entire house. They're going to put all new vapor barrier on it, do any kind of repairs underneath it that need repairing, put all new siding up. So that, ugliness is going to go bye-bye real quick. And like the floors are mostly old technology sheet vinyl flooring that's made to look like tile, or it's stick down individual square tiles, and they're cracked and they're peeling up, and it's really crappy looking. But again, that's all, the floor underneath it is fine. The floor underneath it is perfectly sound. It's just all that stuff is coming up and new floors are going down. So everything that looks super crappy in the house is more or less cosmetic and is going to be fixed. It's going to be prettied up. And, the house itself is nowhere near being a teardown. It does need extensive renovations, but, it needs a roof. It needs some electrical work done. It needs a little bit of plumbing work done, which is where the bulk of our budget is going. But as far as the structure itself, it's completely sound and it's in good condition, and it's definitely got, the house was built in like 1955. And it's probably got another, easily, it can have another 50 years to it. It'll last our lifetime if we end up staying there. So I'm not too concerned about it. But yeah, I showed the pictures to someone who was really concerned because they thought the house was falling apart. And I had to explain to them all this ugly stuff is going to be completely replaced with new, and it's going to look nothing like this when it's done. So I'll do some before and after, but we'll see. Another thing I did, since we were out early enough in the day, I went to the post office in the town we're moving to and got a post office box, which I had always meant to get a P.O. box, but I knew we were moving, so I held off on it to get one in the new town. That way I can do like card swaps and artist trading cards, pocket letters, crafts, Happy Mail, that kind of stuff. And that way I don't have to worry about people knowing my home address. I mean, not that it would be that big of a deal, but, you know, one of the groups that I want to do, like artist trading card swaps with, require that you have a post office box. I'm not sure why, but that's one of the group rules. So I went ahead and got my P.O. box. So I'll publish that address. Probably not today, but soon. I won't be able to check my box more than like once a week until we move, and that could be Christmas. We're hoping to get in the beginning of December. My husband's seasonal job ends the last week of November. It ends Thanksgiving weekend. And we're really hoping to get moved in by Christmas. So yeah, hopefully I'll be moved by Christmas, and after that I can check my mailbox every day if I want. But until then, we won't be able to get out there every, more than once a week. So that's about that. But yeah, it's got kind of a interesting floor plan, and I'm okay with that. So let's see. I don't have anything to hold up. Okay, so the house is a rectangle. It's a rectangle with a room off the back, okay? The rectangle is the main part of the house, and one end of it is the master suite. So from the front of the house to the back of the house, and then over a bit is the master bedroom and master bathroom, and it's got a nice big master bathroom. It doesn't look that big on the inside, but I mean, it's bigger than the master bathroom we have here at our house now. The master bedroom is a lot smaller. So we have a king size bed. It'll fit. Our dressers will fit. They'll be kind of cramped. It'll be like the apartment we lived in before we moved here. We're probably going to have to get rid of our nightstands and get smaller nightstands and use the nightstands in the living room as end tables. But that's fine. And then there is on the other side of that wall, there's a large living room with a little open area with a little nook that kind of goes back. That's a dining area. So the dining room is kind of semi-private, and it's just kind of set back in a nook a little bit. And then behind that is the little room that sticks off the back of the house, and that's the kitchen, and it's a good-sized kitchen. And then immediately to the left of the kitchen is a bathroom, the second bathroom, and then on the other side of that bathroom in the living room are two more rooms, and they're both bedrooms. It's really kind of strange because one of the bedrooms is where the washer and dryer hookups are. It'd been like a big closet, and it's like a little tiny laundry area. So I'm thinking, well, it might not be too bad to have, my sewing and craft room in the room with the laundry room. I don't know. It's kind of strange. We're going to be doing some reworking in the kitchen, and I'm going to see if maybe we can make it so that the washer and dryer go in the kitchen. I don't know. It may end up that we have our washer and dryer in a closet in one of the spare bedrooms, which, if so, it is what it is. But I mean, if it ends up being in the craft room, it's going to be like a general work room. And if it ends up being like a general work room, then that's, a good place to have it. But it's just, you have to understand the house was built before people really had, a lot of washers and dryers. So they had to kind of find places to put them. I know I had family members that had houses from the 40s and 50s. And when they got their washers and dryers, they ended up putting them in the kitchen, which is what I expected, was that, they were going to be in the kitchen. But nope, they are in one of the bedrooms. So I will probably, I don't know. We'll have to see what it would cost to put them in the kitchen. If it will cost too much to have a little laundry corner in the kitchen, then I will just deal with having it in one of the extra rooms. But as of now, the priority is wiring, HVAC, you know, heating, air conditioner, duct work, roof, siding. You know, once we get all that done, then we're going to start talking about what's going to go on inside the house. So that's still kind of up in the air. But yep, that was my day yesterday. And after we were done, we met my in-laws for supper because it's not too far from the town they live in. And we went to a restaurant that they like. I don't remember the name offhand. It was a local restaurant. It was someone's name. Phil's Roadhouse, Bill's Roadhouse. Kind of a, you know, casual restaurant. Steaks, barbecue, burgers, you know, plate meals. And I had something really good. I had chicken Diablo. Or Diablo chicken. One of the two. I can't remember. But it was jalapeno halves. You know, fresh jalapeno halves with a little piece of cheese on it and like a good hearty strip of like chicken breast fajita meat, grilled chicken breast fajita meat, and the whole thing was wrapped in a strip of bacon and it was grilled. And there were, you know, I think it was like 4 of them maybe on a bed of chopped lettuce and tomato, and then they drizzled like a spicy grill sauce over the top, and man, it was good. And for side dishes, I had green beans and coleslaw. You could pick two side dishes, and I didn't want anything with a lot of starch and carbohydrates in it because I had some French fries for a snack yesterday. So I figured that was, other than a salad, that was probably one of the lowest carbohydrate things on the menu, and it was delicious. Definitely after we move, we'll be going back to that place for sure. My father-in-law had a cheeseburger that I just... it looked so good. And had I not eaten French fries earlier in the day, I would have got a cheeseburger. But he got sweet potato waffle fries with it, and they looked good. Normally, I don't like sweet potato fries. I'm not a sweet potato fan, necessarily. Like, I don't like sweet potato fries. I don't like baked sweet potato. I like, you know, at Thanksgiving, a little bit of candied sweet potato, but as a dessert item. To me, I'm kind of strange in that, to me, sweet food is, you know, almost always, unless I'm having a weird craving, sweet means dessert or treat. So I don't really like sweet sauces and stuff very much. And sweet potatoes to me seem like a dessert item. They don't taste savory to me, no matter how much, like, you know, savory spices you put on them. I still taste the sweetness in them, and I don't like that. So that was a little ramble. So I had my chicken Diablos and my little sides, and we really enjoyed our dinner. And then it's time for my husband and I to head home, and we had to stop by the supermarket on the way home. And got home, unloaded our stuff, and by that time I was worn out from being on the road. Being on the road so long and walking around the property and stuff and being out in the heat, because it was pretty in the morning in the very early afternoon, but man, then it got hot between like 2 and 6, and then the sun started going down and it got really pleasant and fall-like again, so it was nice when we got to the supermarket. But that was my day yesterday. Just we went out on a little day trip. I got my P.O. box. We did a tour of the house, and we talked more about the allocating of the budget. And that was that. So that's my catch up with that, with house news. I'm going to do another video about something else in a minute, so I will catch you guys then.